welcome to the official YouTube channel for Santa J Claus. Be sure to subscribe for new content and comment below to introduce yourself. May the magic of Christmas brighten your days all year long.
Well, hello there, my friends. Hello there. And best wishes to each of you. And happy Christmas in July. I'm so very excited to be here with you today. A wonderful time. We're celebrating the halfway point to Christmas. How very exciting. And I have a very special little painting that we're going to be doing today. Something that I think that you would be able to do along with me, my friends, if you have all of the supplies ready. And if you don't, well, this will be posted so that you can watch it at a later time and gather the things that you might need as well. A wonderful thing. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that everyone is staying out of trouble. Always very important, my friends. Hello, we have those joining in. Danielle has joined in. Welcome, my friend, and best wishes to you as well. We're going to try our very best to have a little fun today. I must tell you, it has been, now that we have finished the art, painting, inspiring individuals from A to Z, I'm very curious what we should be painting next. Well, for right now, we're going to have a little fun in the next few live streamings as we decide what direction to take. But I'm quite excited, my friends. Quite excited. Bethany has joined in, our wonderful, wonderful moderator. Always wonderful to see you, my friend. Now here we are. I'm going to be going through and sketching out a few things. Wishing you all good things. Do you like the Hawaiian shirt, my friends? An aloha shirt. And do you see the kukui nuts as well? And do you see what is on the kukui nuts? Can you see it? Let's see if we can try it this way as well. Do you see the kukui nuts? What are they, my friends? Well, a very special thing in Hawaii, my friends. It is the honu, the turtles, a beautiful thing. Well, we're going to get started, my friends, right here on the paper. And I'm going to go through and start sketching some things out on where we want them. Let us see here. Well, we want this to be rather straight. We're going to do something. Let's see. I'm going to go through and sketch a little friend. Are you ready? Now, if you know what the little friend is, well, then I want you to tell me as soon as you know, as soon as you can. A wonderful thing. Stevie, hello there. Wonderful to see you. Everett has joined in as well. Well, here we are. We're going to do a little sketch. Starting from scratch. Nothing on the paper yet, but soon, my friends, soon we will add some things. Always fun. What do you think it might be? Have you figured it out, my friends? Have you figured it out? Going through and sketching. It's a snowman. Wonderful, wonderful. 161 days to Christmas Eve. My friends, we are now officially at 24 weeks to Christmas. 24 weeks till Christmas. Now here, where is the snowman looking? Well, I'm going to do a little curve right here and a little curve right here as well. That is the center of his face. Do you see the center of his face? This way it gives us a little bit of a little help when it goes to putting on some fashionable sunglasses and getting them in the somewhat in the right direction. Always a wonderful thing. And now we're going to go through and give him a smile. And we're going to give him a carrot nose. What do you think? A wonderful thing. And there is our snowman. Where is our snowman? Where might he be? Well, I think you might be able to figure it out. We're going to put a little tape line right here, my friends. Where shall we put it? We'll put it right there. We want this to be rather straight. And there it is. Wonderful. Now I'm wishing you all good things. I hope that you're staying out of trouble. I spy a snowman. Wonderful. Now, Bethany, did you finish up all of the shipping for Mr. Scott and Donna Sava? I hope that you have. Hopefully there's not too much more to do. Always very exciting, though, thinking of all of the wonderful individuals around the world that will be able to experience the joy of receiving art. A wonderful thing. But do you know what I'm going to do right now as I'm thinking about it? This is a work in progress, my friends. There are no rules. I'm going to remove the tape for just a moment, and I'm going to ink this right now. And here we are. And I'm going to move this here so that our carrot is somewhat straight. And here we're remembering, we're thinking of the material. I'm going through here and making this just a little bit furry here with the fur of the hat. Just a little bit. And let's give him a happy smile. There it is. I'm being quite light about the inking here. We can have little separations. Do you see the little separations that I'm making? It's not a solid little line right there, but it's rather separated. Remember, he's made of sand. Definitely, definitely a summer snowman. All wonderful. And let's go through here and create his wonderful hat. The lighter that you can be when you are inking with the zebra brush pen, well, the thinner the line can be, which is always quite nice. I'm going to add in just a little bit of shadow here and there. Always good. We will put in a little wrinkle in there as well. Wonderful. And we cannot forget his little hands. I would assume that this was created by some branches found on the beach. There we are. Now we will go through and put the tape back on. Where shall we put it? Well, we shall see. We want it to be rather straight here. We want to do the best job that we can. And there it is. And now we will already start painting, my friends. How exciting is this? A wonderful, wonderful thing. Mrs. Claus has joined in. This is going to be adorable. I'm so very excited. Wonderful, my friends. All of you joining in. And my dear, I'm so very happy that you're here. I heard one of the elves whispering that you are heading off to do a little workout in the gym. Well, my friend, you're always, my dear, a very wonderful example to me. Now let us go. We're going to start to paint. Bethany, Donna, and I are back at it today, another 2 to 3 days, and we should be caught up. Well, how exciting of a problem to have. Always a wonderful thing. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a larger brush. This is not a brush that I use very often. And my friends, we could go even bigger. But we want a little control. I'm going to use this one here. Nice, clean water. Nice, clean water. I'm going to go through, making sure all of our tape is down. I'm going to go through and brush in some water. This is going to allow our watercolor to move around gracefully. Always wonderful. Now, this brush I like because it still has a little bit of a tip to it that we can direct the water where we want it to go. We want to be careful that we do not paint all over where we want our snowman. Now, by doing this, my friends, there's a little bit of water sitting on the paper. And it's going to allow it to flow, the paint to flow even better, even better. Now I'm adding in some nice blues, mixing in some blues. Now, where are we going to go? And let's see, there might be a little bit of, need a little bit more water right in there. There we are. And here we go. Look at all the blue. It has begun, my friends. We have started. Isn't it wonderful? I'm going to go through here. Let's paint along the edge there. We want a nice clean line right there. Nice clean line. And you'll notice that I'm leaving some spots. I'm leaving some spots in here as we're going to put in some clouds as well. We want this edge to be nice and clean. This is why I use the tape right there. And I'm going to darken just the As we get a little higher up into the air, we're going to have a more of a concentrated color, but a nice blue sky. Now, a wonderful trick Mr. Scott Sava taught me. A wonderful trick. We're going to go through and we're going to use a little towel, a little piece of paper. We can scrunch it up, we can do all sorts of wonderful things. But what we are going to do, my friends, is we're going to create some clouds. Do you see how it created clouds? How quickly it happened? Do you see it? It happened right before our eyes. And you see the little spots that I left untouched. Well, it's even brighter in white. This is something that we want to be able to accomplish. And there it is. Isn't it wonderful? Insta sky, my friends. Insta sky. Now let's go through and blow dry this. With our peppermint blow dryer. Santa, I don't know how you manage a crew of elves. I have many difficult times even getting help from my family with things that must be done. Well, my friend, I must tell you, I try my very best, but there are lots of helpers that help me along the way. Hello, Mrs. Claus. I can smell your cookies from here. Wonderful, wonderful. Mrs. Claus makes the very best cookies. Now, we both went on a little trip to a place called Lake Tahoe, a wonderful thing. We were able to work with some young people doing wonderful things as well. It was quite exciting. Now this is what I'm going to do. Let's go through. I'm going to blow dry this edge very, very well. And I'm using some heat. You can see with the red on here, there's some heat on it. I'm going to turn it cold now. We want this to be nice and cool. Because we're going to remove the tape, my friends, and now tape over a painted part. We have to be very careful when we do this, and hopefully our line is nice and clean. Look at how it is. Wonderful. Let's use some fresh tape. Always the red tape. You see our friends at Blick, a wonderful art store to visit. And here I'm going to go through here and find that line, that water horizon line, and I'm going to tape it right there. There we are. Now I'm going to do some very light sketches, things that I want to make sure appear in the painting. Some wonderful fun things. Now, our snowman, not a snowman, our sandman. Well, he has sands all along in here, right? And so we're going to put in the sand along in here. Can you see it? Very lightly, my friends, very, very lightly. And all of this is going to be water. Now along this edge here is going to be, what do you think might be happening over here on the edge? What do you think? Do you see what I'm making? Do you see what is happening? Do you see it, my friends? Well, we have a little bit, my friends, a little bit of a wave taking place. Always wonderful. Now I'm going to go with that same sky blue at first, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a darker edge to it. We're going to darken it up. But we're going to darken it up just on the edge, just along the edge. We will try our very best. But it is a very, very, let's press this in nicely, a very clean line. Making sure that we do not paint into our snowman. And I'm going to go through and we're going to then begin to add some of that other sky blue as well. Now the sky blue, where are we going to do it? Well, we're going to bring it in right above and I have not decided if I'm going to put in some ink on this part or not. We will see when it's all done if I want to give it that look or not. We might just leave the snowman as our ink line, but we shall see. We shall see. I'm also going to start to add in a little bit of green. Just a little bit of green. Where are the greens lying? Well, there's some greens lying along in here. This is as our wonderful wave. We want that to blend in right there just a little bit. Definitely can blend this little part and put a little bit more green out in here as well. Always wonderful, always wonderful. And then we're going to go back to our blues. And we're going to move along in here as well. And I'm adding in, mixing in now just a little bit of browns in with the blues as well. We're creating some colors, some layerings of color here. You see how we've done this? And blow dryer. Good morning, Miss Donna has joined in. I'm so very happy to see you. It has been a little while, my friends, since I've done an art live streaming. We completed the painting inspiring individuals from A to Z. And then the question is, well, what shall we do next? That is always the question. Certainly. Now I'm going to go through here and we're going to just go through and add in just a little bit of movement here and there, even along the edge here. We can dampen this up and let that move around just a little bit. I'm going to bring in just a little bit more blues into this part here. Wonderful. And now I'm going to go through and we're going to create just a little bit more of our sand. And we can go through on this one Remembering, my friends, to always put in layers. Even even color variations in the sand are taking place. So when you are moving your brush around, create the little hills and valleys and little movements within your sand. Here and there, always wonderful. Using lots of water, gonna move it all along in here. You see how we've done it through? Now I'm going to go through now. Let's blow dry this, and then we're going to remove the tape and see our horizon line. Less than 6 feet. My goodness, 6 feet away. And here we are. Let's be very gentle removing this one. It went over a little bit, but still fairly good. Fairly good. Now I'm going to switch to a smaller brush now. This is going to be a number, what is this number? A number 1. I'm moving from the number 8, which I love, to a number 1. And I'm going to go through here. Let's mix in a little bit of a darker blue. I'm going to make this very easy on myself. Let's move it in this way. This will be a much easier way. And I'm going to clean up that horizon line there. Now with watercolor, one of the problems once you get to the smaller brushes is they will dry out very quickly. So you want to load them up with lots of water. There we are. Now I'm going to go through here, mixing in a little bit of that darker blue and the darker green. And I'm going to just start to layer in just a few little things, like the edge of this wave right here. We're going to darken this up. And give this wave an edge. Do you see how we've put in a little bit of that edge of the wave? And we're going to do this also along the edge. On the edge here as well. Do you see how we've darkened that edge up just a little bit? Always wonderful. We will kind of create just a little darker moment here and there with our waves. I had a little gray sitting on my palette that I will also add into this here. Forever drying quickly. going to create just a little bit of a shadow with our colors right underneath those waves as well, just to bring them out. A little bit more green. I'm going to add in just a touch of teal or a turquoise as well, just along this edge in here. Just in there and there, just a little bit. Wonderful. Now I'm going to go back to the 8, my trusty 8 paintbrush. Now the number of the size is the larger the number, the larger the brush. The smaller the number, the smaller the brush. Well, here's the number 8. You see the 8 on there? Look at the brush, and then look at the brush on the 1. Now we could go to, my goodness, let's see here. Once we get to the very large brushes, well, now we're dealing with the size of the brush itself. But we do have lots of numbers. Let's find this one here. Let's see here. This one is a 12. Do you see the difference between the 8 and the 12? So here we're going to go with our number 8, because it is one of my favorites. I'm going to give just a little hint of we have a little bit of yellows, a little bit of orange, a little bit of browns in here, mixing in our colors for our snowman. What a wonderful snowman, enjoying the heat. Well, this is certainly how a snowman could enjoy the heat, with sand instead of snow. I think this is the only way they would be able to manage it. What do you think? I think it would be the only way. Blow dryer. Wonderful. I'm going to darken this up just a touch. I'm going to go through here and just create a little bit of shadow. Our snowman needs shadow. You see how we've done it? All of the shadow along in here, and then along in here as well. We're going to add more shadow as we go, but we definitely want a little bit more shadow. And I'm going to go through here just a few little spots as this dries on this edge. We're going to add in just a little bit where the sand is dimpled in, just a little. Always wonderful. And do you see how we've done this? I'm going to go through here and feather this out just a little bit. You see how we've done that? And this shadow is moving out just a little bit. We're going to add more, but There's our shadow sitting there, enjoying the beach. Hello there, Mr. Scott. Sava has joined in. Love the Santa. Well, thank you very much, my friend. It feels good to be painting once again. I think I don't know if it is the same for you, Scott, but for me, when I'm painting and painting and painting, I'm feeling more and more confident. And then, if I find myself, if I find myself taking a little bit of a break, it's rather nerve-wracking to begin again. Almost like, did I forget everything that I learned? I don't know if it is this way for you, but it certainly is this way for me. I'm going to go through here and concentrate a little bit of color on his glasses, his sunglasses. And we cannot forget the brightness of his red hat. And blow dryer. We're going to go to that number 1 again. So that we can go through and paint his nose, his carrot nose, the perfect little nose. And blow dryer. Wonderful, wonderful. What does it say here? I love that blow dryer. I love it as well. Oftentimes, I will tell the elves this is something that I need, and they will whip something up in the workshop for me. And sometimes even I am surprised at what they come up with. Always wonderful. Now I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to just start to add in just some more layering. Something that I'm noticing, I want to put in just a little bit more blue along the edge of this water right here. Just a little bit more. What I'm looking for is, I'm wanting a little bit more of an edge where we have our sand right here. Do you see how we've created that edge just a little bit more? This is what we're looking for. Just a little bit more of that edge. And then while we're at it, my friends, I'm going to mix in. We have our greens and our blues. I'm going to darken it up just a little bit. And I want to put in just a little bit of movements in the water just right along in here. Do you see how we're doing it? Just a little bit more movement along in here. And then redefining that edge of the sand as well. You'll notice in the colors that the color here in this midsection of the waves Well, it has some of this in it because we have the sand underneath the water that it's shining through. We can see through some of the clearness of the water to the sand underneath it. So the colors that we choose, we want to make sure that it appears that the sand is underneath that part. And as we go out into the water, well, the colors will change and the colors will shift. But something that you will also notice, my friends, is as the wave will come up, the light will shine through that wave even more. And this is where we get some of those greens a little bit darker and brighter as the waves come through. Always exciting. Now, I was wondering if I was going to go through here and put in some inking, or if we were going to leave our snowman to be the final thing. And I don't know what we should do, but I'm leaning, at least, my friends, towards leaving all of the ocean without any of the inking. You tell me if I'm on to the right path or not. I'm going to go through here with a darker blue, and we're going to just start to out off into the distance. We want it even darker. Off out into the distance, we're going to put in just some more waves out there. You see how they're all out there? Wonderful. Now I'm going to go through, and I want this to be a little bit more defined. Right along in this edge here. And I'm trying to resist the urge to use ink so that we can He is so cute. Well, thank you very much, Miss Donna. Wonderful. I'm going to go through here and we're going to put in just a little bit more shadow now. And while I'm thinking of it as well, I'm going to go through with a little bit of blue. And we're going to knock down the white right here. Just give it just a little bit of, just a little extra. Blow dryer. I'm going to use some of that yellow, but now I'm going to add in and create a little bit more of our normal purple and blue shadow. And we have found our color. It's rather dark, but I think it'll do the job. Now along the edges here, and there's a little bit of shadow taking place in there as well. And there's a little bit of shadow along in that edge there. use just a wet brush to pull that out just a little bit. Okay. We want this to be quite dark, just to shape this just a little bit more. We already did the one layer, and now we're doing another layer. And blow dryer. I'm going to go through here and just very lightly, we're going to add in just a little bit more shadow just along in this edge here. Wonderful. And now I'm going to go through with just the purple and the blues. Very lightly, just a little, just more the darkest of the shadows. You see how this is? You see how we've done that? And blow dryer. Now I'm going to go through, we're going to use some highlighting here now. We're going to give our snowman some buttons. Can you see the buttons from there? You might not be able to see it, but I promise you, my friends, they are there. We're going to give our snowman a little reflection in the sunglasses. Do you see how that has taken place? I'm going to go through and give just some highlights here on these edges where it's quite bright, where the sun would be the brightest on the sand. Just a little edge of the nose as well. Always wonderful. Now I'm going to go through here and I'm going to actually do just a little bit of wiggling around on this edge of this wave. Do you see how we have this here? Can you see the little wiggly on the wave itself? And I'm carrying that over just a little bit. Wonderful. And there are going to be a few little spots in the background as well. Maybe there's another little wave developing up right behind it. A wave. The wave has a friend. And I'm also going to do a little line work along the edge here as well, so that we have a distinct line of that wave, where that wave is. And we can go through and add in some highlights where that wave would be. You see how we've done that through here now as well? Wonderful. And I'm going to go through here just a little bit here and there as the waves are splashing around. It will kick up some of that sea foam up into the air. Always very exciting. Wonderful. We're almost done, my friends. We're almost done. I'm going to use that number one more time with a little bit of that darker color that I mixed in earlier. And I want to put in here just more of a defining line on the edge of this. I think this brush is about had it. The poor little brush. Okay. And blow dryer. Hello there, my friend Kelsey. Best wishes to you. I've been listening to Christmas music almost non-stop all month long. Wonderful. Very good. Let's see here. I'm going to go through here and let's sign it, my friends. At the very bottom. Just like that. And here's my favorite part, my friends. We are done. Something that I wanted to try on this one. We will see how it turned out. How are these edges? Well, the edges look pretty good. The edges do look pretty good. I hope that this is something that you might want to try as well. The tape peel. Everyone loves the tape peel. And on this one, my friends, one of you will be receiving this painting in the next few days. And I'm going to write something very special in this card just for you. Isn't it wonderful, my friends? How exciting. We have created something. Christmas in July. How very exciting. A reminder that Christmas is only 24 weeks away. We've done it once again, my friends. We've done it. I'm wishing you all good things. Here is the card. Can you see it? How did it turn out? What do you think? I think it turned out quite wonderful. A wonderful way to celebrate Christmas in July. I'll be doing the hula and playing the ukulele. My friends, I wish you all good things. I truly hope that your day is filled with joy and happiness and peace and kindness and goodness. I truly believe with all of my heart that when we choose kindness in moments throughout our lives, those ripples of kindness, well, they ripple out into the world. We will never know quite what that kindness has done in the ripple effects throughout the world. But I am confident, my friends, that the ripples will take place. May we always choose kindness. May we always choose caring and compassion and love. It's so very important, and the world could certainly use all of us working as hard as we can to be kind to others. My friends, I wish you all good things from my heart to yours. I'm always so very grateful that you take a little time out of your busy days and schedules to spend some time with me. I wish you all good things. And until next time, my friends, have a wonderful Christmas in July.